Okay, let's get specific. Go BIFO in Sierra Leone, 1970s through the 1980s, incompetence and elite, uh, domination of Sierra Leone's institutions, both the central government and traditional chieftaincy system. In 1991 to 2002, civil war. Post 2002, widespread poverty. Sierra Leone failed to last in the United Nations Development Program Human Development Index. Major reform to try to dig out of trap, reconstitution of elected district level governments. The intervention studied in this paper, GoBefo, further extended decentralization by giving money to and mobilizing village level communities. External validity. Despite specific context, GoBefo is similar to community driven development projects in many other places. You can tell who wrote this paper. More details on GoBefo. In a nutshell, villages treated with GoBefo established village development committees to decide how to spend block grants, roughly $100 per household, for local public good division and enterprise development. These committees had institutional participation requirements. For example, one of 3 co-signatories on the community bank account had to be female. Participation of women and youth was required for funds to be dispersed. VDCs, village development committees, had to submit their village development plans to the appropriate ward development committee for review. The money was spent on a range of things: 43% on constructing local public goods, community centers, primary school repairs, etc., 26% on agriculture, 14% on livestock or fishing, and 17% on skills training and small business development initiatives, for example, soap making. Leakage appears minimal. We were able to verify 96.5% of transactions. Research design. 2 study districts were chosen to be representative of poor rural areas. In each district, eligible villages were identified based on population, 236 total. Eligible villages were then randomly assigned GoBefo, stratified on ward. 12 random households were then surveyed in each of the 236 villages. In addition to baseline and inline surveys, the authors conducted focus groups as well as structured community activities after GoBefo activities had ended novel measurement. SCAs created 3 concrete real-world situations and measured community response. For example, communities were given vouchers for building materials that required them to match the voucher 2-to-1 to use them, or communities were given a choice and observed in decision making. So was GoBefo effective? Only in the very short term. The authors used a randomized experiment design across 236 villages, and for years 2005 to 2009, they study a wide range of measures that fall into 2 broad outcomes: project implementation, local public infrastructure, and economic outcomes. Institutional and collective action outcomes. They find that GoBefo was well implemented. Things happened as planned with little leakage. They find immediate impacts on the stock and quality of local public infrastructure such as schools and latrines, but they find no detectable changes on institutional and collective action outcomes. In all, we find no evidence that the program reshaped village institutions, empowered minorities, or improved collective action beyond the activities stipulated by the project itself. Time horizon of research over 4 years suggests these findings cannot be dismissed simply as the result of short-term study.